Hello everyone, I'm Natalia Bilbao, and here's what's happening in LA this week. According to a University of Virginia study, if a girl doesn't practice sports by age 10, there's only a 10% chance she'll be active when she's 25. Encouraging girls to play sports is an important goal for the Rec and Parks Department, which recently celebrated Girls Play LA, working towards gender equity for 25 years.
So we are at the gorgeous Exposition Park Rose Garden, and we're celebrating 25 years in gender equity programming with the City of Los Angeles. Back in 1999, we started to focus really on supporting and giving girls safe space in sports. So beneficial for young women to be encouraged to participate in sport as boys, and so we started with about 3,500 girls back in 1999, and just this past year we had over 94,000 in our programs. So it has exponentially gone off the charts.
It's incredible, lots of amazing honorees here to just celebrate all the strides that the city of LA is making in creating equity for girls in sport. When I was born, women weren't even able to compete in the Olympic Games for judo, and then I went on to become the third woman to ever win an Olympic medal in the sport for the United States. So we've made a lot of progress since then, but we're really just fighting to keep that progress going and keep that medal count going and make girls learn that sport has a place for them.
One thing that has been seen over and over again is creating a dedicated space for girls increases participation by girls like exponentially. And so that's one of the incredible things that LA Rec and Parks has done, is to build out this GPLA program that creates dedicated resource and space for girls to play.
The Recreation and Park team just does an outstanding job making sports and recreation accessible, which leads to new friendships, which leads to new opportunities, and really builds people up to be stronger individuals.
Representation is important because if you don't see yourself in spaces, you cannot believe that you can exist in that space, period. Whatever background you have, color, culture, sport, girl, boy, you have to be able to see yourself in a space to believe you can step into it yourself. You really have to take that first step and take that risk and face your fear, and what you'll find usually on the other side is that it really wasn't as scary as you thought, and you have more power and ability than you really know, but just take the leap, right? Like, don't hold yourself back, don't create barriers for yourself, just have a little faith, and you'll see that it's really great on the other side.
From food distribution to youth programs, all in one place. LA this week was at the grand opening of the Koreatown Family Source Center, where different professionals talked about the ways in which local families can benefit from their services.
Today we have the privilege of opening the Koreatown Family Source Center that is managed by Central City Neighborhood Partners and funded by the Community Investment for Families Department of the City of Los Angeles. This center will offer case management opportunities as well as financial coaching and whole family services.
We at the Community Investment for Families Department talk a lot about the need to help more families who are on the verge of becoming homeless so that we can prevent them from falling into homelessness by providing a comprehensive set of services. And those are the services that you can find here at the Family Source Center.
Las familias que vienen a nuestro centro son de la ciudad de Los Ángeles. Viven en la ciudad de Los Ángeles, son de bajos ingresos y buscan diferentes servicios. Tenemos acceso a comida, hacemos distribuciones de comida 2 veces al mes. También tenemos programación para jóvenes del grado 6 al 12 y también tenemos nuestro programa de servicios intensivos, a donde podemos trabajar con las familias en sus metas, ya sea de empleo, sus metas de vivienda, sus metas de asesoramiento financiero. Podemos trabajar con ellos en esos servicios y esos son los tipos de familias que vienen a nuestro centro.
There's a lot of people here, specifically in Koreatown, that many times are hidden and they don't go out into the public to request services. So we do a lot of outreach. We can do it in person, flyers. We talk to people to ensure that those most in need receive the services they need in their community.
The Community Investment for Families Department oversees the Family Source system, and in total we have 20 Family Source centers that are located throughout the city in the areas with the highest rate of poverty. The comprehensive services that we make available through the Family Source system are like no other system in the city, and we're just so proud to be able to lift up their work and celebrate this grand opening today.
With alarming cases of minors falling into prostitution, Assembly member Mike Gibson and LA City Attorney Heidi Feldstein Soto seek to introduce more protections. Assembly Bill 2419 will provide measures for law enforcement to keep victims safe.
Assembly Bill 2419 will authorize a search warrant to be issued on the grounds that there is evidence of a minor being solicited for an act of prostitution.
I'm very pleased to have Assemblymember Mike Gibson here to introduce Assembly Bill 2419. It's an incredibly important bill to hold predators accountable for the trafficking of minors along the Figueroa corridor.
We know all too well that our kids are being pulled into sex trafficking. And as a result of that, these predators, these pimps, the worst of the worst, are seeking our children. They're threatening, intimidating, and killing them.
It's incredibly difficult to prove a case because our children are scared and intimidated to speak or to come forward or testify against their predators. And so what this bill does is it enables a law enforcement officer to go to court to get a search warrant to search the text and the phone messages of a minor based on probable cause and evidence that the minor is being solicited for prostitution. Kids need to be protected by the state, especially in circumstances where, as Assemblymember Gibson said, their parents are not in a position to protect them.
The famous Hollywood Walk of Fame may soon change its name to the Hollywood Lane of Fame. With 3.6 miles of protected bike and bus lanes connecting Hollywood and Los Feliz, Angelenos and visiting movie fans will benefit from a more accessible and safe Hollywood.
This is the night that Hollywood holds the world spotlight. The annual Academy Awards and the bestowing of the coveted Oscars has a glittering audience on hand to hear Audrey Hepburn announce the Best Actor.
We know that the millions of people who come to LA, they're going to think to come to Hollywood.
We're on Hollywood and Vine, right in the heart of Hollywood, starting a project where we're going to put 3.6 miles of protected bike lane that will go right through the heart of Hollywood all the way to Los Feliz.
We administer the Hollywood Walk of Fame. 10 million visitors from around the world come to the Hollywood Walk of Fame every year.
We need to make it more walkable, more bikeable, make it easier for folks to get here. And so installing those protected bike lanes and dedicated bus-only lanes means that it'll make it easier for people to come here, to shop here, to play here, and enjoy this iconic corridor.
This project is a high priority for LADWP. Hollywood between Lyman and Gower has seen a high proportion of severe injuries and deaths as a result of traffic crashes. We aim to work very closely with community members, with community-based organizations and partners. We also see a lot of opportunity to create a safer, more connected, more accessible Hollywood.
The more beautiful and accessible and safe that we can make Hollywood Boulevard, the better it is for our tourists who come here and for the larger community.
I know you Americans are famous for your hospitality, but this is really ridiculous.
First Community Outreach Court Program, Non-perishable food drive accepting donations, and the general manager of the LADWP is honored. These stories up next on City Beat.
Los Angeles City Attorney Heidi Feldstein Soto announced the start of Community Outreach Court, which assists unhoused individuals by removing legal roadblocks. Launched in September 2023 in partnership with the Office of the Mayor, LA County, LA Superior Court, and others, Community Outreach Court addresses criminal misdemeanors in a community setting. It is the first program of its kind in the city of Los Angeles, offering social support, housing assistance, warrant recall, expungements, and other services. Community Outreach Court is held on the third Thursday of the month at Skid Row Community Refresh Spot, a 24-hour public safe space offering showers, restrooms, washers and dryers, and supportive services. For more information, visit cityattorney.lacity.gov/news. LA Sanitation City Facilities Recycling Program, CFRP, is hosting a food drive and accepting donations through Friday, May 3rd. Non-perishable food items are requested, including canned goods, foods in jars, packaged foods, and shelf-stable beverages. Food drives are held throughout the year by LA Sanitation staff to benefit the LA community. Donated food will be provided to the Los Angeles Regional Food Bank, St. Francis Center, LA Sands Livability Services Division, and Insight Safe participants. Non-perishable food donations can be dropped off at 6 LA sanitation facilities across the city, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. For more information, visit lacitysan.org. Los Angeles Department of Water and Power, LADWP, Board of Commissioners honored the General Manager of LADWP, Marty Adams, for 40 years of service. Beginning as an entry-level engineer in 1984, Adams has worked in systems operations, including 10 years as Director of Water Operations. Adams had roles restoring water service after the Northridge earthquake, running a $2 billion water quality improvement project, and developing the Headworks Reservoir. In 2019, Adams took over as the department's general manager, leading 11,000 employees delivering water and power utilities to 4 million Los Angeles residents. Although he is set to retire, Adams will assist the LADWP until the next general manager is in place. For more information on the Los Angeles Department of Water and Power, visit ladwp.com.
Olvera Street turned into a tableau of Noah's Ark during the ceremony of the blessing of the animals. Devoted animal owners walked alongside their livestock and pets in a way reminiscent of Easter processions as they awaited the refreshing holy water.
Holy, holy, holy. Today is the blessing of the animals here at Olvera Street. It's a tradition that's been part of Olvera Street since it opened in 1930, and it's a tradition that actually originated in the Pueblo when this was all farmland, and the priest would bless the livestock so that the farmers would have a prosperous year. And over time, it's transformed into this beautiful blessing where we bring our mascotas, our pets.
It's a great idea to do it because pets, they're like our kids too. And God always said God loves his little children, and it includes pets too, right?
It's a tradition for us Hispanics and Mexicans. So all of us in our family, we've all been baptized. And I think it's important, for her to be blessed and to have the Lord with her.
Esta es una tradición católica que nosotros desde muy pequeños nos han inculcado nuestros padres y que siempre tenemos que bendecir a nuestros animalitos para que sean unos mejores animalitos y nosotros seamos unas mejores personas.
I'm here to bring Princess Nori to get blessed since I don't have any kids.
You don't have to be Catholic or Christian to participate. Pets are beautiful parts of our life. They're animals that deserve to be blessed and cared for. And so regardless of your race, religion, creed, or gender, you are welcome here with your furry or feathered loved one.
While still in the midst of tax season and in honor of Cesar Chavez, famous labor leader, the Pacoima City Hall held a free tax prep and financial health day. Neighbors benefited from professional tax help and other financial assistance all on the same day.
So today we are offering, in honor of Cesar Chavez, a financial literacy and tax prep day here at Pacoima City Hall.
We are going to be serving close to 100 families today that will be walking away with thousands of dollars in refunds. So we're just really excited to be able to be here to offer not just free tax preparation, but also financial literacy courses and then access to other programs.
We have tripled the amount of families in our community that are now getting free tax assistance. We are providing the resources that are helping people get into compliance, pay their taxes, and have a worry-free lifestyle.
Me ofrecieron la oportunidad de hacer mis taxis gratuitamente y esa es una ayuda para mí. La verdad, no me esperaba que me atendieron muy bien, muy amablemente. Todas las preguntas que yo tenía me las contestaron y no me quedé con dudas. Yo recomiendo a todas las personas que busquen la ayuda de las personas que nos pueden ayudar y que confiemos en ellas principalmente. Y darles gracias por lo que están haciendo por Pacoima.
The mission of the Community Investment for Families Department is to break the cycle of generational poverty through the creation of community wealth. And this event here, the Cesar Chavez Financial Health Day, is doing just that. It's breaking the cycle of poverty by creating opportunities for families to access these tax credits that they've earned. Oftentimes families don't claim their tax return because they don't know how. They don't know where to go for resources for information. We have families here who may be undocumented, and we will help them file what we call an ITIN number, which allows for them to then claim their tax return and take advantage of credits potentially for their children. There's a child tax credit and the earned income tax credits. There's thousands of dollars that are left unclaimed annually, and we want to make sure that we're putting this money back into the pockets of the families who have worked hard every day throughout the year to earn them and claim them.
You know, today is really about a reflection and service in the memory of Cesar Chavez, someone who fought so hard for each of us to be respected. And so to be able to provide this service here at a location that they trust with their local government, my office is really proud to be able to offer this. There's a whole host of opportunities for us to give back, and I'm just really privileged to be in a position to do that here today in the 7th District.
Check out what other events and resources are being offered by the Community Investment for Families Department at communityinvestment.lacity.gov. The Easter holiday was packed with egg spectacular events, and we couldn't forget to lay out all the details of the spring egg hunt Eggstravaganza. This fun event for families and kids had all the ingredients to make it an excellent time for all involved.
This is the 2024 Trinity Recreation Eggstravaganza. We have bouncers, we have egg hunts, we have arts and crafts. We have a lot of stuff going on here for the community. It's fantastic to see all the kids smiling, laughing, having a great time with the activities here at Trinity.
There was a lot of kids, and then they were very excited, looking for the egg. They were screaming, super excited. And I'm glad to see that because people, some of these days, kids don't get to do that.
The kids want to come out to events. Parents are looking for activities. Trinity Recreation Center does great activities like this extravaganza.
So now I see that they were very proud and they make new friends and then they get to play around and then have fun.
She has so much fun. She loves it, and we're gonna come back next year just to make a kid smile. This means a lot to everybody in the community.
Que tenemos el busca de huevos y todos los eventos que tenemos de las rifas y todos los premios. Estamos aquí para la comunidad. Trinity Recreation Center y las sonrisas es el pago para todos los trabajadores que trabajan aquí.
For Women's History Month, we continue highlighting female professionals working for the city. This week, we take a look at the work of two engineers working at the LADWP and learn about their role models and the experiences that paved their road.
Currently at the Los Angeles Department of Water and Power, I am the Director of Water Engineering and Technical Services. This is an organization of over 400 engineers and technical professionals who plan, design, and deliver water infrastructure projects for the city of Los Angeles and the 4 million people who live here. So currently I manage the transportation and building electrification teams, and they're responsible for the EV charger rebate programs, any of our fleet EV charger infrastructure, as well as our EV service design for any type of customers that want to install EV chargers. I wanted to join LADWP because at heart I want to serve people, I want to help people, and being a public servant is one of the proudest moments of my life. Most of my family lives right here in the city of Los Angeles, and the fact that the work that I do every day helps to deliver water to them is really important to me personally, but also to know that I can help the community at large makes a difference. So since I was a baby, my father has been my biggest cheerleader. He's the person, he's always been an engineer, he's always worked with women engineers, and he always told me that I can be whatever I wanted to be. And at the time when I ever decide to go to college and finish, it will probably be about the time when Black women engineers would be needed the most. Growing up in El Salvador, my main role models were the strong women in my family. My grandmothers, Mama Lidia, Mama Lola, and my mom, Rosario Cortez, who all really taught me that anything can be achieved with effort and with love. Before I became a supervisor, I actually participated in almost every career fair that I could. I wanted to make sure that I was the one standing in front of that table so people could see who I was and that anybody could be an engineer, whether you're African American or a woman, and to be able to talk and speak about what my experiences were and what I saw coming up and give them the motivation on, what's going on. That's what I kind of did to kind of make sure that, people saw me and to motivate them and show them that, you don't have to be male. Engineering is still very much a male-dominated field, and really what I take is every single opportunity when I engage and interact with other women to let them know what I do and not be shy to share my experience, to share my story, because people may not believe that they can go into a science or engineering career, but it's about representation. If you can see it, you can be it. And really it's about that for me, and sharing and being able to hold the door open for everybody behind me.
In this week's feature story, our Maria Hall-Brown sits down with LAPD Chief Dominic Choi. As the first Asian American to hold this position, Chief Choi talks about its significance for all minorities and discusses some of the positions in the LAPD one wouldn't think exist. Let's hear the story.
Well, on March 1st, he made history as becoming the first Asian American to hold the position of Chief of the Los Angeles Police Department. I am delighted to be joined today by the 58th Chief of the Los Angeles Police Department, the Interim Chief, Dominic Choi. So great to have you here.
Thanks for having me, Maria.
All right, what made you want to actually, take on this role?
I think it just boils down to there was a need in the organization for somebody to fill that gap, and I felt that I was the appropriate person to fill that gap, and so I agreed to put in my name in the hat for this process, and I was honored and fortunate enough to be selected for it.
Do you have a clue as to how long you will be able to hold this position? What have you been told?
When anyone asks, I say roughly 6 months.
Okay.
So if it's less, it's less. If it's more, it's more. I know that the mayor and the commission would like to have a selection done as soon as possible, but that all depends on how many applicants and the process that they're going to implement.
There's been an enormous amount of celebration, well-deserved, of the fact that you're the first Asian American to hold this position. So what do you think that says out loud, and how does that make you feel?
Well, it makes me feel great to represent not just Korean Americans or Asian Americans, but all minority groups. I think people see me not as a Korean American role model, but as a minority role model. I never dreamed I'd be sitting in this position. So I think with some hard work, some good luck, and some dedication, anyone can work hard and achieve what they want to at LAPD.
So when you say that there's something for everybody in the LAPD, what are jobs beyond a beat cop, beyond someone who, what are some of the things that people never even think about that they could potentially do?
We have a dive unit. If you're avid scuba diver, you can go get on the dive unit to go search for evidence that's thrown in the ocean or the lakes or whatever else it may be. We have a mounted unit. We have specialized investigators like abused child unit. We have over 230 different job descriptions. We have our air support unit. You can become a pilot of a helicopter. On the civilian side, we have forensics, our people that take our fingerprint specialists, our polygraph examiners, kind of the CSI stuff all exists. We really do have a whole array of different jobs.
And most importantly, if people are interested in becoming part of your team, what's the best way for them to find out what's available?
JoinLAPD.com.
Okay.
That webpage will give you everything you need to know. We have individual mentors for you to talk to, and I encourage everyone to look at that website.
Well, thank you so much, Chief Choi. It was really nice talking with you. I look forward to talking to you again.
Thank you very much. Appreciate your time.
In this week's Things to Do, participate in an annual LEGO Shipbuilding contest, attend a teen civic engagement workshop, and get paw prepared at a pet resource fair. All this up next on Things to Do.
Ready, set, Lego! The Los Angeles Maritime Museum will be chock-a-block on Saturday, April 13th for the annual LEGO Shipbuilding Contest. This is an awesome free event. All the Legos are supplied by the museum, and the contest is divided into ages from 3 to 14 and over. Drop in at 10 a.m. It's free to enter both the museum and the contest. You can't bring in your own bricks, but all the Legos you'll need are on deck at the museum, and you're sure to build a contest-worthy creation. All the Lego ships must be completed by 2 p.m. The annual LEGO Shipbuilding Contest takes place on Saturday, April 13th at 10 a.m. For more information about the contest, visit lamaritimemuseum.org/events. Calling all teens to get involved. Join the Chinatown Teen Council and special guest, Councilmember Eunices Hernandez, at Los Angeles Public Library's Chinatown branch for a civic engagement workshop. This is a day dedicated to civic engagement for teenagers. Attendees will learn how to empower themselves to make decisions that will create positive change in their community. Learn how to amplify your voice and get involved in developing local policies. Take an active part in LA's future at the Chinatown Teen Council's Civic Engagement Workshop, which takes place on Saturday, April 13th at 11 a.m. Learn more about this free workshop by visiting lapl.org/events. Councilwoman Monica Rodriguez invites you to a pet resource fair on Saturday, April 13th at 10 a.m. Come to Orcas Park for an on-site petting zoo, kids jumper, and pet adoptions. The Pet Resource Fair is offering free microchipping to the first 100 pets on the day. There will be pet vaccinations on site, and in collaboration with El Pueblo, there will be a blessing of the animals at noon. The Pet Resource Fair is open to the public, and your dogs, cats, and horses are all welcome to this free event. Come out with your furry friends to the Pet Resource Fair at Orcas Park on Saturday, April 13th at 10 a.m. For more information, visit the website of Councilwoman Monica Rodriguez at cd7.lacity.gov/events. And that's a look at some things to do.
And that's all for this week. I'm Natalia Bilbao, and from all of us here at LA This Week, thank you so much for joining us. Remember that you can watch us online anytime at lacityview.org, and we're also on Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube. See you next time for more LA